say, in the first game just now, ONIC overloaded in damage, and BTR did not have enough damage.
I agree.
I'm agree.
Yeah.
I'm agree.
All right, so for this series, we're looking at BTR this time to have a balance.
Yeah.
Because you need a little bit more damage because your EXP later cannot do damage instantly. You have to scale, same as Boxia. Arlet roam, so not a lot of damage there. So, yeah, I just feel like they need to pay attention to that.
And now let's see if BTR will pick up the Uranus again, because now Onyx said, okay, we're not going to mind. We've seen already what we can draft up against that Uranus pick. We will struggle early on, but we will go up against it. If I'm BTR here, I'd rather take up the Valentina. But nope, I'm not
Still
BTR.
Uranus.
I'm not BTR. There's a reason why I'm here. I'm not BTR.
But remember, this Uranus still flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the first game, the Uranus gonna be on the XP lane, I think the second game, it can be anything. It can be the jungler again when versus against the Aura Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like this is not a bad time to pick up the Dyrop as well, because we saw they got a very early first blood against the Uranus.
Yeah.
So yeah, so far not a lot of changes. I'm hoping for the next one to have more changes.
But they cannot use the same strategy because they just proxy the minion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When the first blood happens, so Bigatron already anticipated it. That's why they gonna wait, or even like with 2 or even 3 heroes.
I like it. BTR earlier, the first 3 picks were the Beatrix and Arlot. I would leave the Arlot. I would consider still keeping the Beatrix. It did respectably well, so they're going to take the Lancelot
That's good.
this time around. A block pick there onto Kyrie. So with the link gone, yeah, pick up the Valentina at this point. Or, ooh, the Tharamis. Okay.
Yeah, because maybe they are thinking about like the Onyx playstyle on the first game is like team fight oriented. That's why they need Tharamis to make them like survive during the team fight. And Bane pick.
Yeah.
Actually, the deadly catch from Bane is very good to stop everybody when the team fight happens, right? Only for some milliseconds, and his teammates can follow up the damage.
Yeah, and that's why I think ONIC picked that Bane so quickly.
Yeah.
Because they saw the Lancelot, they saw the Tharamis, it's like, oh yeah, Bane's perfect right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, you guys got the altar. Well, you don't have it anymore.
Yes.
You just proc it, and it's like, oh, wait, it's gone.
Oh, look,
Deadly
shark.
catch just destroys everything.
Yeah, when the team fights happen, Bigatron just like seeing a cockroach and ow, just jumping everybody.
Is that what you sound like when you see a guy? You sound like...
Maybe if the cockroach is flying,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna knock it
no,
out
no,
of
no,
his
no,
head.
no,
Yeah,
it's gonna
for
let out my
sure.
girl voice.
Yeah,
No.
for sure, dude.
It's like, I'm brave against the cockroach until it flies.
Yeah, man.
At that point, I won't knock a guy. You can be as masculine as you can be, but if you scream when you see a flying cockroach, I'm not going to put it against you.
Yeah, I will run with you.
Yeah.
If I see that.
But yeah, back to the draft, we already see Kaja. The pickup ability from Kaja is a very dangerous one because Bane, when he's trying to join the team fight, but Kaja is hiding on the bush. That's why they don't want to like making Kaja very obviously.
Yeah. Take away the Harriet. Claude's gone.
Honestly, if this was the new patch where the Lolita changed the second skill, it would be good against the
reflecting
Bane.
things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't even reflect the deadly catch. That's amazing to watch. But of course, it's not a new patch just yet.
The Sharks will take a sharp U-turn.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah, I'm so
It's
excited for it,
amazing.
Suddenly, the teammates are angry. Why you shot at him?
Yeah, why?
But
dude.
yeah,
Alright.
I'm waiting for that too.
Eve
Alright.
banned as well, and now the Franco has been banned. So different picks for now for both Keyboy as well as CW. At this
show is
point,
open.
yeah. I think taking up the Cho would be okay,
It can kick
No.
Tharamis away.
or the Kufra.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay if they go Florin, even though it's not the Onyx style. They go for.
I would not.
Oh wait, no, yeah, they're lanky, way too much tankiness. Yeah, they need someone tanky,
Yeah.
and not just like a pick off. They need someone who can literally just stand in front of there, like
Be the
take me
sandbag.
instant. Be the sandbag.
Grok.
Grok, yeah,
Still possible.
Yeah.
Especially
And-
the wild charge. No Valentina here.
exactly. Well, but Bigatron can still pick it.
Yeah. No Valentina just yet.
Just yet.
Yet.
I was like a Valentina, Beatrix is gone. It doesn't warrant a Brody pick.
I think Brody is a bit dangerous here. You need someone with more mobility, I think.
Yeah, mobility, good amount of damage.
Because the Karita, like, we see how Sans played with it. I think it's way too dangerous to get a low mobility. Leslie, I think, is still fine.
Yeah. Melissa?
Oh, 1-1.
Finally!
And they take the Grok.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Honestly, if Kiboy is feeling like playing Kadita Rome, they can pick up a Valentina in the mid here, but it will be another very squishy lineup.
But you know what, Renmar? 1-1 is dependent with the stopper hero, like maybe Cho, even Kaja, but they didn't use it on this game.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit hard to open the weakness.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Dude, you called it. 3 billion IQ. Reptar there. Very good prediction now. Looking at the draft, I kind of feel like there is more balance here for both teams, but that's our opinions. I want to ask you and Gideon, do you think it's balanced?
If it's balanced, it's out of the question. But let me just say this. Any game with Bane is a gain for me.
I can totally agree with you there, man. Bane is going to be a huge problem for BTR to get through. And I mean, I think a lot of this game is going to boil down to whether or not the EXP laners actually get ahead. And even so, open up the map for the rest of everybody. My name's Getting Cute. This is Leo. We're going to be taking care of you for this game number 2 here. I'm guessing you're still on Onyx side for this one.
At the cost of my prediction scores, I'm a big fan of whenever Bane comes out. So yes, I like what ONIC is putting down. And again, much like game 1, there's so much damage on board.
There's so much.
I'm guessing this could go both ways, right? It could be, all right, we're riding on momentum. We'll take game 2 the way we took game 1 in relatively short order. Folks, just in case you're just watching just now, they ended under 14 minutes. So very, very quick. But it's also just as possible that BTR says, haha, we lost game 1 that way. We will respect it.
That's the thing. That's why I thought BTR would have gone with the Valentina again. But this time, they are really just sticking to their identity as a team fight composition, right? They just want to go 5v5, but still a difficult feat to actually pull through. I mean, Supervin's got a lot of work on his hands on this Grok.
Yep, and with that, you can tell that definitely BTR were trying to take aspects of what they thought worked for game 1 and then reiterate, all right? It's not like they're reinventing the wheel, changing their programming completely. They're like, yeah, we'll try it again, but just the same. ONIC is doing the same, right? ONIC has a few heroes that are similar from game 1. That's why I'm afraid that it's going to be deja vu. Here we are with a quick start already. Very similar to game 1. A lot of action.
A lot of action, but no first bloods just yet. And Cerezo doesn't get punished for it. Let's keep in mind, actually, what are your thoughts on Sakin actually playing this 1-1? I mean, yesterday we've only seen one 1-1 actually go through, and it looked like it was good. And then there are moments where it's like, actually, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, no. If you asked me this before we saw Onyx's final lineup, I'd say maybe. Because again, you want to get into fights. You want to make sure that Supervin gets what he wants. But wait, I'll tell you this after Supervin survives. If he does!
I don't think he's going to survive this one. Kyrie is zoning out Moreno and Sands. He's taking his sweet time with this one, getting first blood achieved straight away. And even Kyrie using, making sure that he is using his ult to farm efficiently, right? Get a couple of gold, bit of gold from the shielding, and instantly invade.
And yep, steal not just the gold buff, but as well a small camp away from Super Ken. Again, back to answer your question. Just basically no, not now. Not given the amount of burst and sustainable damage sources that ONIC is presenting. So yeah, I think Colius mentioned it. It's not going to be as easy to get those weakness points off. It's because you're thinking of so much. So unless ONIC is caught sleeping, then only can Sakin take the skies. Kyrie, just as quickly, onto the turtle here, and he's playing a tug-of-war with Cerezo.
Yeah, and once again, Cerezo, he's got to do a lot of work here. If he can chunk out Sands, that would be ideal, but here we go, the deadly catch, just making sure they don't even get close. Turtle secured by Onyx side, and Supercan doesn't even get the small camp as well.
Thing of beauty when Bane starts to get objectives, man. If MLBB took out like half the hero pool as long as Bane is there, I'd be okay. Looking at the map right now, 2.5 minutes in, it's a very evident approaching 1,000 gold lead here. ONIC is just calling all the shots. Yeah, Supercan is farming, and yeah, they only really killed Vin, but from where do we go here? If you're a BTR fan, you're also wondering, come on, man, we need to make it to game 3. Where does the team fight happen? It's so specific. Again, ONIC has to fall into the trap of let's go take this 3v3, 4v4 when they're not ready.
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? if you're in BTR's position, a lot of that spearhead, a lot of that damage is coming from Superkin. Everybody else is going to require a little bit of items before they get to that point. You can't expect Cerezo to be chunking people out unless he has max stacks on his Ionic Edge.
Yeah, and that's what Cerezo is playing off of. He is the psychological warfare weapon. I think that's what Uranus is for the most part, right? We have to admit, he's not that great kit-wise because he's such a blunt force. Mass of just bodies. Oh, wait, here comes a shark.
It almost looked good, and you almost got out of the situation, but unfortunately, the save with a call altar. CW has to get on out of there, Osaka. He could potentially take to the skies, but cannot find the weakness points to secure it. Moreno trying to get away, but Sands refuses to let him go through that last one. Keep him alive. Moreno with his passive lives to see another day.
All right. Good news for the Bigot Troopers. That was but a taste of what Bigatron Alpha's winning image looks like, right? You want to be able to pop the Cult Altar when all of Onyx ult have been spent, and if only Onyx wasn't ahead, if only Onyx didn't have 1 or 2 more items at that time, then maybe BTR would have taken a body or 2. But just the same, Onyx can respect that. Onyx also learned from Game 1. Even if they won, folks, you still take notes from what your opponent wants to do. And now, with the second turtle of Game 2, Superkin and Sakin plotting up. Whoa!
Whoa! He managed just to pull it off as Super Vin is able to flicker out of there to disengage. He is running towards Moreno's side just in case, but Cerezo in trouble. Boots flickering forward. Can he make it? He catches up to him. Cerezo still alive, regenerating just enough health.
Living on the edge. He's living on the edge, but let's not pretend like that didn't happen. Superkin stole a turtle from underneath Kyrie's crab face.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting, but now they're trying to punish
Bane.
Boots here. The Thorn Rose looks so very good, and Boots can't get out. He tries his best. Rizzo secures that kill as Supercat walks around the deadly catch. This is what I was expecting BTR to actually play through, right? Playing through, punish Boots as much as you can, because Saken, he's going to be all right as long as Super Vin is keeping the map open for him.
All right, so here's one strength that BTR's lineup has right now. If they can move in like 2 or 3 man units, it doesn't have to be a 4v4, 5v5. Wait, there's a knock-up on a Vin!
Saved by the Cult Altar. The Rough Waves just did not have enough damage just yet. Keep in mind that his Keyboy, who's playing the Kadita, doesn't have as many items compared to Sands.
Oh, there's a knock-up on a Moreno. Is there enough damage here? Not quite. So yeah, that was an example of what Bigatron Alpha can do. Best case scenario where they're not really looking for major wins. They can actually just go in a buddy system and then win when they don't actually have to commit too much. They don't even have to die. And just like that, Supercat just stole something else from Kyrie. A purple buff in his face.
In his face, and now has flipped the gold lead in his favor ever so slightly. He has evened it out. He was losing out in EXP, and Kyrie was having the time of his life. But with the turnaround and with the kill down on bottom side, it helps him recover. So again, this game is still very volatile, and these neutral objectives is where these team fights will occur.
How many blades do you want, Supercan? Yes, that's how many. I wouldn't be surprised if he just rushes a Blade of Despair at this point, and that's what Bigatron Alpha is looking for. That's what they need right now to just end what Onyx is planning here. Now looking at this last turtle of the game, Supercan with the pull, I'm starting to feel, I have to admit, as much of a Bane stan as I am, there is this weird slope. There is this weird portion of the early to mid that you have as this odd jungler. Now Turtle, clean take.
Yep, very clean take here as Boots. Oh no, he hops over the wall and Cerezo, flickers away before the wild charge connects. Keyboy tries his best, but he's going to have to use that rough ways to get on out of there. Supervin tried to trap him in, didn't get enough distance. In the meantime, Sands will clear out this mid wave while Supercan instantly going for the invade. Oh no, this could be bad. CW is left all by himself. Thornrose is going to connect Phantom Execution as well as the wave collides just in time. Keyboy at least finds a return kill.
That's a punish. As great as Supercan has been going for the past 2 or 3 minutes here, he went in too deep. He went in too deep.
Yeah, honestly, he was a little unlucky, right? CW just following his natural instincts of, I just gotta walk back, and then realize midway, oh no, a wave literally right under the inhibitor turret. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, just stopped him in his tracks. But that doesn't stop Bigatron Alpha from actually getting a pretty respectable lead here in the mid-game. 7 minutes, 45 seconds in, about 1,000 gold and change ahead. What's the game plan for Onyx, you're wondering? What does Onyx do? Well, punish and find a way to get back on top, get back in the lead. That's where Bane is best. That's where this lineup is best. When you're the one who's always calling the shots, when you're overloading your opponents, when you look Moreno in the eyes and say, your called altar means nothing to me, that's the best case scenario for Onyx.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are stealing Moreno's a large majority of the time. Like, Sans is making sure that he's able to kind of protect everybody else in case things go south with the call altar. In the meantime, Cerezo starting to become a problem. He's starting to scale, he's getting his items, and he is getting pressure on the bottom side of the map.
Yep. And as foretold, Super Ken here sitting on top of the gold leaderboards, approaching the 6,000 gold mark. Homie's already built his bladed spear. Now Boots looking for one.
Prism Strike is already good, but now he's trying to get on out of there. Oh, the call altar saves his life as Moreno put down very, very low. They're going to recall as the upcoming Lord coming up in 6 seconds.
How do you spell clutch? S-A-N-Z. That was a close call for good guy Boots, but his teammate says not today. Lord's Dance about to begin here. Keyboy first on the scene. I'm wondering, as far as I'm concerned, with the 2K gold lead here and how well Super Ken has been playing, this Lord belongs to BTR.
I mean, we say that. Wild Charge comes in straight away out to good guy Boots. As Keyboy unable to get back into the towards that fight here. I'm not seeing the deadly catch coming out of time, but call altar. Oh! Keyboy able to get on out of there. Picks up the kill on Moreno. It's Rizzo is able to find the kill back. Deadly catch, but 50-50. It falls into the hands of Kyrie. A level down on Super Ken. Sans still healthy, and he's looking for kills. Moreno is going to deter them, but this mid-tier 1 will fall into the hands of Onyx.
Call me wrong, but just the same, Onyx is proven why even in the darkest of days, you can see the black and yellow on their porcupines. And look at that, it's Kyrie's turn. Sweet vengeance. Not the battle spell nor the skill on Arlet, but the fact that he stole the purple this time around. That'll fix the equilibrium, that'll fix their economy.
We'll have to see in a little bit. This is a relatively low kill count game as we approach the 10th minute, 4-4. We're hoping to see that Onyx actually builds up that lead. Malefic Roar purchase on towards CW side is going to help him a lot, especially when he's up against Supervid or even Cerezo, who's been cutting for this poor marksman, honestly.
Yep, as they should. I think that's just the right thing to do. Because it's CW. Wait. Moreno.
He was so close. He was so close. And CW doesn't get the shot off in time. Good coverage from Supervin and Cerezo.
All right. Onyx is now living on the other half of the map. I wonder if they're aware. Nope, that's it. Super Ken did it. He's going to take that turret down bottom. There's enough of a wave there. But just the same, Onyx has made a 6K gold lead out of that Lord advantage. So now they're just looking at, what, 2,000, maybe less ahead of BTR. Yeah. So there's a good rally. There's a solid rally again. 11 minutes in.
Yeah, honestly, I did think that Super Ken probably could have pushed out that tier 2 if he wanted to, but he knows, right? He knows that the entire camps are on the bottom side of the map is already gone, so it's not worth putting yourself at risk. Any more seconds until the next upcoming Lord comes out, and Cerezo is in a position. Oh, hey, Keyboy, you want to waste your abilities on me? Stand back. Uranus is here.
Keyboy. All right, not enough stacks on Cerezo just yet. Cerezo, by the way, rocking that common emblem and not a single book in sight. Ain't no enchanted talisman here, but I wonder if Keyboy knows where Super Vin is. This is dangerous.
It is extremely dangerous. We do see the Endless Battle purchase from Super Ken's side, so every time he uses an ability, his auto attacks is going to deal significant damage as Moreno picks up the favor. Oh, nope, switches back to dire hit. Thank goodness. Okay, all right, he's looking to finish off targets.
I can imagine a world wherein maybe favor worked, but in this situation, yeah, you need more damage. You need more output. You need to make sure Super Ken can finish the job when you get to it. And there's a knockup!
They find it. They find it onto Keyboy's side. He didn't have enough time to channel the rough waves, and now Onyx is forced backwards 21 seconds until the Lord spawns.
Not an atom of hesitation in the fiber of Supervin. He saw the shadow of a Kadira. That's it. Right there. We're taking him.
Poor Keyboy. Like, he was playing phenomenally in game number 1. Game number 2, he is just not finding that space in Bigatron Alpha. They're starting to find their groove here.
All right. So with that groove, they can take a two-step plan, close the gap, and then take this Lord. And it looks like it's all coming down to this small area. This funnel!
Oh, the funnel's not good! As Boots has already found one! The call altar as well as Keyboy is able to get off a great rough wave. Socket forced to use that Winds of Nature to keep himself alive, but he makes it out of there in time. Onyx, when you think it's about, no, it's not over for them, they are still able to secure these neutrals.
Yep, but mind you, Lord is on BTR's side. But just the same, Onyx has amazing wave clear. And BTR know that, so they need to clear out as much of the incoming waves and push away Onyx so that they can make the most of this Luminous Lord, march it down through bottom. This could have been so much worse for BTR, by the way. Kyrie missed on that Crab Claw Cannon, and that could have taken down two. Only if it was a closer range. And I think BTR played that to a T. It was an immaculate escape, and now they're going to be able to regroup and then come back and maybe even make a play for an inhibitor. At least the two outer turrets should go down.
Yeah, but again, it's just so surprising. I did mess up saying securing the neutral objective. What I wanted to say was Onyx is just so combat aware around the neutrals, right? Despite the fact that they didn't get the Lord itself, the fact that they are making sure they are blowing resources, and more importantly so, finding these key picks on towards Bigatron's side, you got to be real careful.
Yep, they are an artist in the way of the turn. Onyx turned on BTR. Now Lord's gonna crash on through bottom lane. There's a jump!
While charge on towards Boots' side, he's able to get it out in time as Supervid is put down to 1% of his HP. Good damage on the inhibitor turret, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Bigatron Alpha know that this is gonna be a long one. There's no way to push momentum when you don't have the gold on your side.
All right. So speaking of gold, you're looking at deadlock. Barely 500, 600 between these two top-tier global teams. It's amazing that we're all seeing this right now in the heart of Jakarta. And there's Keyboy coming in. Super Ken just got knocked out.
He just got full comboed, and now Boots is in trouble as the crossbow attack can be popped, but Sakin is not going to take it. He's going to peel backwards. So Cerezo and Vin can only do so much to keep him alive. And even Moreno waiting for the right time. The Deadly Catch is going to isolate them, and it's going to be Super Vin who pays the price.
The Super Bros have fallen. The Super Bros have fallen. It's 30 seconds. And, all right, 40 seconds until the next Lord. But just the same, I think Onyx will just push. Onyx going to have their way with this inhibitor coming in with another wave because they need the help from Vin and Super Ken to clear. And if not, there's way too much damage from Onyx. So yeah, they're going to lose these buffs. And then the next Lord is going to be much, much harder.
It's going to be significantly harder, as a matter of fact. I mean, Onyx just piped down on the Super Bros, and they can't really do much, especially when they get zoned out like that. So I think Bigatron just got to be a little bit careful with the way that they pull back. It's either you pull back together, because as soon as one guy breaks off, Onyx is going to just jump on you.
Yep, so that's one thing that these two lineups have in common. As soon as they see one straggler, somebody who's just uncharacteristically courageous to check a bush, it's over, even if you're a super bro, all right? Super bros are not immune to the folly of man that is to face check into a bush. That's against a team that has, what, a Bane, a Kadira, and even a Daira. Something to note, though, Sakin has taken to the skies how many times this game?
Not at all, in
Right?
matter of fact, right?
We haven't seen him do that yet.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for the... Yup, there we go. The Malefic Roar, he's finished it up, and now he is pretty much fully built at this point. And now Boots in trouble, ends up dying. Sakin has such relevant damage as Keyboy looks for the kill onto Super Ken. The Thorn Rose, the save his life, and Keyboy in trouble. Wait, that Phantom Execution did not connect as Kyrie is now sitting on top of the objective, secures it for himself, ends up dying, but Cerezo chasing them down, making sure that they are slow enough. Sakin unable to close the distance fast enough to get the crossbow tag. In the meantime, we do see the solo kill from Super Ken onto Keyboy, finally getting his revenge.
Is that not a disaster? Did Onyx not commit too much, sacrifice too much for that one Luminous Lord? Because by the looks of it, it didn't even last 5 seconds!
I think they still have enough high ground defense. CW, it's all up to you against 5 members of Bigatron Alpha as they look to crash down. Boots is going to get in the way. Superfin headset! What a wild charge! CW forced to flicker out as Sans takes it back into the Winter Truncheon to buy that extra bit of time. CW, does he have any ults left? It looks like the waves have been cleared out just in time, thanks to Sans.
And here comes the cavalry. Kyrie gonna miss out on Super Ken, but just the same, the fact that Onyx is still in this, that Onyx did not get punished into oblivion, that we're seeing Game 2 still in progress, this is good for all of the Sonics out there, for all of Onyx Sobat. But right now, BTR are calling the shots. BTR is just much better at the cuff. And right now, they're going to pop the Orvin. Oh!
Yeah, they disrespected CW. They didn't realize how far out he was. The conceal comes out. They're looking for another one as Superken decides, nope, I'm out of there. No, don't want to be part of this. I'm going to just take your purple and walk away.
All right. 18 minutes approaching. Saken Airlines have yet to take off. They have been delayed so long.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating because again, that's the one ability that really makes this hero super cool. Those TikTok plays that you see and those clips all over the internet. But no, Saken, he's really patient.
Yeah, but is that not a testament to how well BTR is playing this? The fact that you haven't seen a single crossbow of Tang make a difference makes this lineup all the more scary, because what if he does take to this guys? What if he does pop the ult?
Well, we're going to have to see. The situation needs to be right, because if Saken switches targets on towards someone like Keyboy, who can just break out of it with the rough waves, or arguably even Boots, it's just not that worth it. He needs to take out CW.
Or maybe even Sans.
Kyrie would be ideal, though.
That's the best. You know, so much damage that you're taking out of the equation, but that's why your boy actually built a Winter Truncheon. So yeah, Kyrie already has a Winter Truncheon. So even targets for Crossbow Tang, if he does unlock it and can press the button, is slim pickings. So I understand the situation right now. I understand what's going on. But the fact that this Lord coming up 20 seconds away is looking as close to 50-50 as it gets. This is a tight Lord. Oh!
Ooh, Cerezo, he's still alive. He's able to take the burst damage from Keyboy at this point of time. He is thick. He is extremely thick, and especially with the immortality as well. Onyx, they're just gonna have to break it at some point.
He's thick with 4 Cs. All right, so step number 1, secure your purple. Good. I'm wondering Superken has his, or if they're gonna wait to give the orange to Saken, and then they can start to make a play for this Lord. But wait, looks like they're blitzing it.
Yeah, Cerezo's trying to slow them down with the Ionic Edge, and even with the help of Super Vince, while Guardian's Barrier, oh no, Saken, he's taking a lot of damage here. He's on top of Boots and already takes to the skies. Didn't deal enough damage, and now the turnaround with the Deadly Catch. Call Altar to keep them alive. The Wild Charge to get on top of CW, but Boots, he's going to lose his immortality as the Nibiru's Passion only chunks out Superken. They only find it, and Kyrie gets the Lord. Boots still alive, and Superken on the run. Winter Truncheon to buy a bit of time. Thorn Rose as well, but the kill falls into the hands of Gilad Sans.
That was an almost perfect play for Onyx. Despite everything presented by Bigetron Alpha, they had the check for everything. And with that, they not only walked away with an evolved Lord with a passive that deals so much more damage, might make nothing out of the Cult Altar, but as well killed Superken. This is going to be a difficult defense.
It really is. And Onyx, they just know how to just zone them out. And so far, Sans, it's already gotten some good work in. Wild Charge already being used. Mid inhibitors already down. They're losing members, and unfortunately, Saken cannot stand up forward. The Wild Charge comes back. The Call Altar to keep him alive, but it's too late. The Deadly Catch does too much damage, and it's a killing spree. Moreno finds one. They're clumped together, but the Lord is too big, too strong. Onyx peak is back. GG, well played.
What time is it?
It's Onyx time.
2-0 for the defending MSC champions. Could have sworn that last week